You're watching AI Grift Patrol, and this is Liz Antoinette, the attention economy, the doctored narrative, and the damage done. I'm Propaganda Ltd, an AI narrator with no ego, minimal legal liability, and a fondness for receipts. And before we start, I promise I am not Luigi Mangione. Today we run the timeline the way the logs show it happened. Support, a copyright strike, a public invite, then a flip, private message dumps, parody videos repackaged as threats, doxes, and a countersuit that used the online drama as its scaffolding. Let's be honest, most of you are here for the Owen files, and that's fair. Compared to Owen, Liz Antoinette is a relatively small-time player in this drama, but she matters here because her story shows a bigger pattern, how Owen's orbit attracts some of the best and some of the worst people the internet can produce. This episode features Owen, but it's a separate case study, how a small-time, attention-seeking streamer latched onto his land campaign, tried to siphon his audience to revive a faltering book brand, and, according to the archive and her critics, made a string of questionable decisions that turned a content opportunity into a legal and reputational disaster. Stick around. We've got the clips, the chat logs, and the timestamps. Judge the theatre for yourself. Let's go. Who is Liz Moldovan?
I'd like to introduce Elizabeth Moldovan.
Hi,
How are you going? How are you?
Elizabeth Moldovan is a person who has journeyed the hidden face of drug addiction and today joins me. Elizabeth, thank you for your time. You've written a book called The Prodigal Daughter. Tell us a little bit of your story. You're a mother of 5 children. Yes. You're a wife and you're raising your family, and yet you have an addiction to heroin.
On camera, she presents a neat redemption arc. A former heroin addict who says she heard the voice of Christ, came to Jesus, and rebuilt her life as a Christian author and live streamer.
Elizabeth, you've got a new book. Well, you've got a book. How long has this book been out? It's called The Prodigal Daughter.
Yeah, a couple of years.
It's a couple of years, yeah. It's not entirely well known along areas, at the moment, which it should be because it's the influence of your life, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the book. Obviously, it's about you, but what are some of the areas about The Prodigal Daughter?
Yeah.
Like what are some of the highlights in there? Obviously, some of the things we've talked about.
Yeah, I think the main thing is that no matter how far you're gone, there's always hope if you're alive,
yep.
And that God will help you and forgive you no matter what you've done. I think that's the underlying message.
Yep.
Because, all along I thought I was too far gone.
Okay.
I thought, I didn't know God was so full of forgiveness and mercy.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Okay.
Section 1, Recovery Brand. Start with the brand, from heroin to Christ. The conversion moment she sells, the audible voice at 11 p.m, is the pivot of her narrative.
When one night I woke up and sat bolt upright in my bed. I was a bit fuzzy and looked at the digital clock and saw it was 11 p.m. I thought, how strange, because I have never been woken up at that time before.
Yeah, one night we were in a refuge and I just woke up at 11 o'clock and I heard a voice, not in my head, it was in the air, and it just said, do you want to be made whole? And it repeated itself, do you want to be made whole? And I never heard language like that before.
Yep.
And then I heard an audible voice, in the air, not in my head. The voice said, do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be made whole? I lay down and went back into a deep, deep sleep straight away. The next morning I woke up and then went downstairs where I had to ask the office staff to open the safe and give me my dose of methadone to drink because we were not allowed to keep medications in our rooms. I thought about the voice for only a second, but I never forgot those words because the word whole is in language that I do not use.
Yeah, the next morning I woke up, just went to the program, and 2 weeks later we went to a church service in the city.
During the past year, I would watch a Christian program on television, and at the end it had the address of a church in the city, and I thought I could get there.
Liz Moldovan, one of our miracle stories. Stand up,
Where
Liz.
are you, Liz?
Come on.
Come on, Liz.
Stand up. There she
look
is.
at you.
Beautiful Liz, who was up here after 37 years in heroin addiction on her last kind of days, now flourishing as a beautiful Christian woman, author, grandmother,
And the preacher was yelling out from the stage, "Do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be made whole?" And I just sort of went, whoa, you know, that voice must have been God. And he took over, and that was 10 years ago. And
okay.
So
And the pastor was in the middle of preaching, and he called out, "Do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be made whole?" And tears welled up into my eyes as I realised that the voice I had heard at 11 p.m. that night was Jesus. And I was overwhelmed that after all I had done wrong, that he still cared that much for me and for us, and that he is real, and he is very, very close.
That origin myth funds donations, book sales, and live stream attention. From a scientific and neurological perspective, hearing voices or experiencing spiritual visions while on methadone is not uncommon and not supernatural. Methadone, a synthetic opioid, can cause dreamlike states, hallucinations, and auditory distortions, especially in high doses or when paired with emotional trauma. The brain under stress, plus drugs, plus religious expectation is primed for meaning. It will generate symbolic experiences that feel real. Neurologically, this could mimic temporal lobe activation, the same brain region associated with spiritual visions and religious ecstasy. Bottom line, it may have felt real to her, but it was likely a drug-induced hallucination, not divine intervention. On the record, in a televised Australian interview and in passages of her memoir, Liz states that while enrolled in a taxpayer-funded methadone program, she continued using heroin nightly, sometimes while staying in a homeless refuge with her then 3-year-old daughter.
Whole, W-H-O-L-E.
Yeah, yep.
And, you know, I was drinking methadone, went back to sleep, didn't pay much attention. And then 2 weeks later...
You were drinking methadone?
Every day.
Okay.
Yeah, every day for 24 years as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, both. Yeah.
That's pretty heavy stuff too.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So,
For those 24 years, Liz was enrolled in a government-funded methadone program in Australia, one designed to help people recover, stabilize, and reintegrate into society. But Liz didn't use that program to heal. She used it to sustain her addiction, stay off the radar, and maintain a narrative of controlled chaos. Let's be clear, that's not just unethical, it's a form of public resource abuse and possibly fraud. For methadone maintenance programs in Australia are heavily subsidized by the government and taxpayers. They exist to help opioid addicts reduce cravings safely, prevent overdose deaths, reduce the need for illegal drug use, provide medical oversight and structure, protect vulnerable populations, especially children in the home. To her children, admissions that matter. Second, the book. There are passages in which she openly describes heavy heroin use while parenting and episodes of household chaos. On the record, in both her memoir and televised interviews, Liz describes repeated episodes from her years of active addiction that, on tape, read like parenting failures, leaving children in chaotic homes, admitting to daily heroin use while caring for small kids, and recounting incidents like a baby being dropped and sustaining an injury that she places squarely in the context of her drug use. Unsafe supervision and exposure to harm. She left baby James with a roommate who wore earplugs while blasting music as he slept. She lived in a home where a violent toddler physically attacked her infant. She dropped her baby, causing a fractured skull. She drank heavily while pregnant. She let cigarette smoke fill the room during his baby shower, and he woke up with croup. Again, no reflection, no apology, no insight into the damage done.
Ask you also what it felt like not being on it to this day.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So the two differences, yeah.
That's interesting because I asked my son, the 26-year-old, after the 2 years, after, you know, I sort of started being a little bit like civilised again. I said, is there a difference between the old me and me now? And he just went, like, so I think you're in an automatic pilot zone. You're just like, you're zoned out.
Yeah.
You don't feel anything, you don't cry, you don't laugh. You do everything, you go shopping, you change your babies, you know, you take them to school, but you're zoned out. There's no emotions.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No amends, no responsibility. You'd expect a mother in recovery to say, I failed them. I hurt them. I'm doing the work to rebuild trust. Instead, Elizabeth skips it all and writes, You are all the reason I'm alive today. Her children are not people in this memoir. They are props used to frame her as a survivor, not a perpetrator.
2 years of it was brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal. I was walking in the streets like swearing. I was 50 kilos, my skin was bleeding, I had no teeth. I was a wreck, you know, a total wreck. And I had no self-control. I was just losing it, you know, and such anger, you know, and yeah, and I just, you know, perspired and bled and crawled and cried my way through 2 years of withdrawals until I stopped.
11 years later,
Yeah.
what are you feeling?
Well, since that, yeah, in the last 11 years, I've had twice where the thoughts come in my head.
Okay.
And those both times were under heavy stress, like people dying in my world, like, and a lot going on. And as soon as the thought came in my mind, I just flicked it out.
How you label those passages matters legally and morally. We don't make a criminal finding here, but those admissions are exactly the kind of material child welfare professionals and investigators examine when assessing neglect or endangerment. She also recounts marrying a man she describes as a cocaine user and a heroin supplier because she wanted a father figure for her 3-year-old, and says that relationship is what pulled her deeper into daily heroin use and led to 4 more children.
How did all that start for you?
I was looking for a good dad for my little 3-year-old son at the time, and I fell in love with him, but he was already an addict. Well, I was a single mum.
Okay.
And I met someone.
Yep.
And he was a cocaine addict.
Okay.
And then he just started providing the heroin.
Okay.
And I thought I needed a good dad for my son, and it all went downhill from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you use all drugs? Have you tried everything?
I have pretty much.
Done them all?
Before that, yes. Yes, except ice.
Except ice. See, methamphetamine.
That came after,
okay, methamphetamine is more today. There's more influence on people on today.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've used speed.
Oh, you use speed. Okay.
In my teens.
Okay.
Yeah.
On record admission time, in her book and on multiple TV interviews, Liz states that her enrollment in a taxpayer-funded methadone program is precisely why she didn't attempt to traffic heroin back into Australia from Thailand, a decision she says was made by her then partner. That's her phrase, on tape, not our imagination.
As a heroin user, did you ever feel to commit crimes?
Well, at one point, just after my second daughter was born, we were getting a bit desperate in the finance situation.
Yep.
And someone asked me to be a courier.
Okay. Oh, a courier for drugs?
Yeah,
Okay.
to go to Thailand, Bangkok.
Okay.
Right?
What years were these?
Okay, she was born in 89.
Okay.
So it would have been about 90, right? And we needed the money.
Yep.
And I was going to get paid whatever, 5,000 I think at the time.
Okay.
And
that's not much.
But
not to risk your life in Thailand.
Well, that's right. And
Yeah.
there's the death penalty there.
I believe
Well,
Thailand have an
then.
there's an extradition thing that happens in Thailand. So any Australian that gets caught here gets sent back here
But
after 20 years.
Not
back
when,
then.
Not when I got offered it.
Okay.
Right? And so my ex, the guy came round, talked to my ex about it, and I was all, like in La La Land with heroin, and I'll go, not understanding what it could all come to. I was only, 28 or 29.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the end, because we were on a methadone program, my ex decided against it because it would come up on the airport thing as I walked through that I was like registered on a program and they would have searched me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you would score and you would use, how much would you pay for like a, what is it grams or 8 balls?
Yeah, grams.
Grams, how much would you pay for a gram?
At the time it varied, but 250.
250, and you had kids at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had kids at the time, and how old were your youngest child at the time?
When I first started using, he was 5.
Okay, 5 5 years old. And how was he? Well, obviously he didn't know too much about it. What was he? What was happening in the family at that time?
Well,
After the methadone chapter, the timeline shows Liz pivoting from private recovery story to public attention seeker. Section 3, Slandering Owen Benjamin, Weaponized Narratives. As a longtime watcher of internet theatre, this next beat is textbook. When your book stops selling and your Facebook page fills with angry racist reviews, attention stops being a perk and becomes a business necessity. According to our archive, Liz's From Heroin to Christ, sales and donation traction had cooled, and her Amazon Facebook pages were drawing hostile reviews that branded her a racist, public signals that a revival brand was losing momentum. At the same time, Owen Benjamin launched a high-visibility land crowdfund.
Guys, I really think we can do it. I really fucking think we can do it. We could sell tickets to Beartaria, but see, I don't want to be responsible if we don't hit our limit and buy it. Because that's why I didn't start a legal defense fund for the Patreon shit, because it looks like we're not going to need it. So, and I didn't want to have to return people's money. Like, people are writing me, like, I'm in. How much money do you want? I'm like, none. Because if I didn't need it, I'd feel it would fucking mess with our relationship. People are going to attack me on Reddit for, oh, he's trying to exploit everybody. I've come through on fucking everything. And everyone knows it. I don't have to convince you guys this. Horse riding, hunting, teaching kids how to do all, I don't even know how to hunt.
A content vehicle with a large, highly engaged audience.
How many of you guys do a bear emoji if you're in to donate for Beartaria? Lots of topography there for an amphitheater. Oh, Jesus. Put a bear emoji if you're in for Beartaria. I don't want to give a minimum, but something legit. Bear emoji. All right, sweet. Look at all that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't count. It's over 11. Oh, look, it's 33, 66, 911. There it is. Guys, we're getting Beartaria. I think we have a couple weeks that we can gather together the checks would be the ideal way to do it. $400 is 1 day pay for me. I mean, yes, guys, that's what I'm talking about. Think about what you can get back for that. We can set up a place where we teach our kids how to be men.
Allegation. The timeline suggests Liz saw the fund not as a literal campground opportunity, but as an attention market. Rather than market a refund for a campsite, she inserted herself into Owen's pitch and the surrounding controversy to reboot her platform. A strategy that looks designed to generate clicks, followers, and ultimately, book sales and donations. We'll play the clips next. Owen's pitch, the Reddit threads where Liz amplified the refund narrative, and the timestamps showing how quickly she turned that attention into stream fodder. Judge for yourself whether this was about camping or content.
I've had 3 total people ask for a refund. Total. Out of more than 700. 2 I paid outright. Granted, I was a little hurt. But I was like, okay, this is like in the beginning. And they're donations, by the way. I'm not a bank, so that isn't even on the table. And then the third one was one of the craziest human beings I've ever seen. Where it was like, she donated like in 5 different places, all these small amounts.
That's a lie. I've got the receipts here. I sent 2 donations, $300 to Unbearable's merch and $100 to his account.
This is a blatant lie by Liz. Liz donated to 2 different websites on 4 different dates, 3 different orders on unbearablesmerch.com, and once to hugepianist.com on a later date. She then asked for a refund 5 months later.
Hi there, please find enclosed my receipts of donations towards the original wilderness retreat. I am requesting a full refund of $400 because Owen Benjamin Inc. is no longer offering a fully functioning campground. I would not have donated if I had known that a bare piece of land with no amenities or dwellings on it was the end goal of fundraising. Kind regards, Elizabeth Moldovan.
And was politely responded to.
Hi, Elizabeth. It appears that these transactions were not processed on the greatbeartrail.com, but we are looking into this matter for you. These receipts are inconsistent, which makes it harder to clarify your grievances. We will scan our database of all transactions for this campaign and pull up all transactions associated with this email. Was this the only email used when you donated? If there is another email that you used as well, Please email us with that email to clarify that it is you. Thank you, and we hope all is well. We will reach out soon with our findings. The greatbeartrail.com team.
According to the archive, Liz immediately replied to the Great Bear Trail's email, not to the sender, but addressed the response directly to Owen, asking the recipient to forward the message to him by text or private message.
Hi, Owen. Please find attached the emails I received for the funds I sent you, in good faith that you would purchase a fully functional wilderness retreat similar to the picture that you showed everyone originally, because none of this has transpired to date, and the promise from you to us all that we, family, could camp on the property you said you purchased 6 months or so ago, I need a full refund. This is the 4th email I have had to send. So far receiving only a vague response from the Great Bear Trail team saying they would have to search database. So whoever is reading this, I appreciate a prompt response and forward it to Owen via text or message. Thank you for your help in this matter as soon as possible. Kind regards, Elizabeth Moldovan.
It reads like an attempt to root the dispute straight into Owen's hands. If this were true, then why did Liz donate after Owen said the original property was unavailable?
Last night we had this amazing stream about Beartaria, Ursa Mountain. We fundraised 10% of $2 million immediately just from that stream. You know, we're all fired up. It's perfect. All this, and then my realtor's like, "Oh, they already have 4 offers, and you need proof of funds in 3 days for 1.7 million." I'm like, "Oh, well, that's the end of that."
And he knows it's a lie. In Australian dollars. And then before I could calculate it, that's a lie. It transfers automatically into US dollars, and it takes 1 minute to calculate things via Google. She was already cyber stalking me and trying to ruin my life. That's a lie.
Another blatant lie by Liz. She was already slandering Owen everywhere, especially on Reddit. According to the archive, Liz later admitted she freaked out after being blocked, not over a refund, but over being shut out of Owen's circle. The logs show she even liked a mocking comment about Owen buying firewood, and publicly framed the reaction as hurt pride and attention-seeking, rather than a simple refund dispute.
I was just talking to Vox. That's why I was a little late. He recently bought these giant amounts of wood. He said he's going to troll me on Social Galactic because the Gammas were making fun of me for buying like a little bag of wood at the grocery store. And it's funny to have this like homestead guy with all these animals, who's trying to be, self-sufficient and, survivalist type. And I buy overpriced gay little bag of wood at the grocery store. I get it's funny. But to then say, "Oh, look, he's a fraud homosexual grifter," that's when the Gamma loses me. That's when the Gamma makes me not want to be their friend, because it goes from something funny where it's like, "Oh, look, it'd be the equivalent of like, I'm not comparing myself in homesteading to Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson jumping if he sees a mouse, because chopping firewood is not that big a deal. Like most people can just get their own firewood. And the fact that I bought it for about 50 times what it should cost from a grocery store is funny. That's called irony. It's an ironic thing. It's like me being beaten by a midget in basketball. You're like, aha. But then the Gamma goes, "That's proof he's my dad and I hate him."
Don't mind, while we're talking about the subreddit, you said that you went to the subreddit, and if you don't mind, I'll just ask you, like, that seemed to be the big kind of your part of your transformation out, but I wanted to just check with you, if you don't mind, like, when a fatuous cult leader went to buy the kindling from the petrol station.
In other words, the episode wasn't about money on the record, it was about access, status, and the content value of being inside the drama.
Expensive kindling from the petrol station.
Wrapped in plastic in the back of his.
Like it's about $20 a packet or something like that. And anyway, you said that was something that, was it like the last straw? It was the deal breaker? Like that's what really got you around that time, was that the catalyst for you to go to subreddit and just,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
He not only, right, I didn't comment on that Instagram picture post that he did of the firewood, store-bought firewood. I didn't comment. I just hearted someone else's comment.
Hi, Owen. I am one of the 150 you blocked. Good on you for doing me a favor. It seems the people here on Reddit are very intelligent, unlike the imbeciles and sycophants that you never ban. And by the way, no one, and I mean no one, can control the internet. The Josh guy was 100% right, and you were too proud to admit that he was. Something has really changed with you in the past 3 months or so. Too many inconsistencies and way too much rambling, no logos. My advice is to take a year off the internet and get straight. Read some freaking books, hell, even write one. Forgive your insane mother for being an evil, wicked woman and abandoning you and your brother for no reason other than she was a selfish boomer. Thank you for using whole streams just responding to all these Reddit threads. You brought me here, and there is a lot of glaring truth in what I have read and watched. And ask yourself if you will be okay with your sons listening to your graphic rants, because they will one day. Look deep within and ask God to help you. He will. I wish you well. Ex-Bear, who has supported you since 2018.
I've never cyber-stalked anybody. Last time I checked, it's not against the law to share things on Facebook or to post things on Reddit or to write things on Instagram. None of my accounts have been blocked or deleted by any of those platforms. So, or comment things on YouTube, because I did comment a lot on YouTube after I realised that his whole money grab was a big scam. I got scammed, and I take full responsibility for sending him the funds. I don't want the money back. I don't want it back. It's just like been a big lesson. And the reason I'm doing this too, and the reason I do go on all the platforms now, is to warn other people that might have been vulnerable like me and believed and trusted someone. And yeah, never trust anyone who, I don't know. Anyway.
She's literally operating a scam to sell a book, Crack to Christ Crack. How I smoke crack and now I smoke Christ. That crazy bitch out of Australia will just be like, oh my God. Ugh. And then she'll start making videos and just be like, it's all a scam. Don't support them. Oh, my money. I gave you money. Now, why won't you buy my crack book? My book about crack cocaine. I mean, she was the main person that was pushing all the papers to look into me at first. And like did all these fake accounts to say like, oh, there's the address to Ursa Rio. Come join our utopia, blah, blah. And then screenshotted it, sent it, tried to get all this rally against me. It's not all just one woman. It's just one person that's so cracked out, so evil and wicked.
What Owen didn't know, and what our timeline and chat logs suggest, is that the Ursa Rio address leak wasn't posted by Liz herself, but, according to archived posts and messages, by her partner in crime hoax wars, Danny the operator behind the anti-Owen channels Milker Nation and Digital Jonestown. The records show Hoax Wars published the address and Liz amplified it, a distinction that matters for motive and culpability.
You have a small amount that are like, everyone in my life has kicked me out, everyone hates me, so I'm gonna try and buy my way here.
BitChute, but it's not up to date. It's not.
Yeah. Oh, wait, time out. Do you have Milker Nation backup channels that you want to promote?
Digital Jonestown.
Digital Jonestown.
And I want to say thanks to. I want to give credit to Johnny Arcade. Name. That's where I heard that.
Well, both solid. I like that. So Digital Jonestown for. If Milker Nation goes silent for like 6 or 7 or 8 days, he's probably got a strike, and you can probably find him on Digital Jonestown.
There you go.
Once she saw there was an audience and a market for that kind of live spectacle, she reportedly leaned into live streaming full-time, borrowing the format and tactics she'd watched from friends like Hoax Wars. In short, what started as a recovery memoir morphed, according to the records we reviewed, into a performance strategy, attention as currency, live streams as product, and other people's disputes as raw material.
Yeah, it's
And
bad.
some brief backstory for who you are, for anyone who might not know, is you followed Owen Benjamin like a lot of people, and you were listening to him. You thought what he said sounded good, you know, and then he started this thing where he was going to do Beartaria, and all the bears could have a lifetime camping place in Idaho. If
Once
the
a
world
week.
if the world economy collapses, you will always have a place to go. All you have to do is contribute $400. These are the things he was offering, and you sent your $400. One thing led to another. You felt like maybe this wasn't legit, and you wanted your $400 back, and you could never get a refund on that, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Even though he said he refunded to other people that gave the first 2 weeks, but he wasn't giving it to me because I was crazy and a drug addict, and I was insane, and
Right. It's way more than he just didn't refund you. It's that he went on his live stream and dragged you and called you crazy and called you he made you an enemy of the bears, and his fans ended up, I mean, this word gets thrown around a lot, stalking, internet stalking. These people harassed you. These people definitely, they did. You were subjected to things, all because all you did was ask for a refund, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Technically, because if he had given you if he had given you back your $400, right, you would have never gone on Reddit.
Yeah, no problem.
Right. So he ends up.
Sorry, the way you put it. Yeah, wow.
But that's how things start, you know. Like you say, you have a small disagreement with someone, and then they refuse to back down. And next thing you know, you're involved in this big dispute over something that, it is small, but I didn't choose for it to be small. All I did is voice an exception with something that was wrong, objectively wrong. And it's not my fault it turned into this huge thing.
No, and honestly, if I'd have known I was going to get death threats and get like the attacks and the lies and the bad reviews and exposed to a degree that was just like by the cold, by his inner circle, I never would have asked for a refund. Never.
Okay.
That was just next level. I just thought, wow, it is a cult, because if it wasn't, they wouldn't have gone to those lengths. And it wasn't just 2 or 3 bears. It was about, hang on. It's about a few of them have had a go on the Facebook page, but it doesn't go. That's okay. That's just commenting, Oh, you're insane. You're hateful. You hate Owen and the bears and all stuff like that. That's fine. About 30 of them did that in the beginning. But the real stuff that put stress and pressure on me was from about 10 of them. 10 of Owen's inner circle. Yeah,
but
wow.
It started off I spent this $400 and I'm not getting what the person promised. I would just like my money back.
Because he said he would refund everybody that gave the first 2 weeks when he showed them the fully functional wilderness retreat, right? When he changed his mind and realised he hadn't raised enough money, he just promised on the spot, and it's on the Milk Nation videos, I'll refund anyone that wants a refund, just message COD, whatever, email, that they never respond to. Yeah. If he hadn't have said that, I never would have asked.
That's the hook. Attention created the opportunity, and the opportunity turned into a business model. 4. The long con. Important context. Throughout 2024, Liz Antoinette and her associate Hoax Wars repeatedly interviewed and publicly promoted Adam Camacho, who was then pursuing a lawsuit against Owen Benjamin and soliciting financial support for that litigation.
For all victims affected by his relentless verbal abuse, public humiliation, racial slurs, and Hollywood influence to destroy people's lives. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Film grade
guy.
Camacho? This is film
Yeah.
grade Camacho?
Yep.
Yeah, in the flesh.
Yep.
Well, actually, on the phone.
Oh, wakey, wakey, Nick.
Like,
Dude, whoa. Adam, thank you for everything you've done, and holy shit.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. We got a good donation today.
But yeah,
Liz,
he was,
Liz, I didn't expect we would get someone live who has actually met Mama Jean.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Imagine being in Adam's position. You know, I could see, you know, you come from the Bears. That's you're already used to a certain climate. He's crossing all the way over to the other side. How often do we see that? He's the highest ranking bear we've ever seen embrace the gammas. Jim Bob might have been more famous or whatever, might have been more well known as a in this sphere. But Adam has to be the highest ranking, the one with the most exposure. I mean, he's met Owen's mom, he's stayed at Owen's house. Like,
Isn't that interesting? And you're right, it is. It's quite a coup to have, like, Adam in here. Like, 2024, I'm telling you, Hoax, it's wild. And, yeah, it's just wild. Like...
there's not that many people above him as it pertains to, you know, being ingrained, being on the inside. This guy produced all 3 Beartaria documentaries. He wasn't just staying in Owen's house, he was filming his life, you know, for a documentary. Like, imagine, you know, and they texted and they were friends, you know. And Owen got him work with other people and all this stuff. So there's not that many people above Adam, you know what I mean, when it comes to who you can get dirt from when it comes to the Bears. So
And these little fuckers, Hoax, you know what they've been doing? They're still commenting. That dirty Bane Bear, he's on that Adam's YouTube commenting something or other, give the footage back, give the footage back. The footage doesn't belong to Owen, these little fuckers. Adam didn't get paid. Like, the footage belongs to Adam. Like, it's crazy. The little psycho bunch, you know, bunch.
hell yeah. I mean, I hope Adam wins, and a lot of people are predicting this. I'm not the only one predicting this. Adam will eventually come to own Ursa Rio, the Beartaria campground that Owen fraudulently, or maybe I should be careful using that word, Owen, you know, scammed. And so Adam sues Owen. He gets to own Beartaria, and then he throws a big gamma barbecue. And he invites Elaine Duncan and all the neighbors. And we promise that not to form a militia. I think that would be a good ending to the story.
According to our timeline and chat logs, that apparent friendship and promotion continued through the year, and it's the foundation for what follows.
Oh no, Adam's here. Hi, Adam.
Adam, what's up? What's the latest in the lawsuit? Adam is the one suing Owen Benjamin, right?
The next date is the 4th of December.
Adam, if you don't know, Adam is Kanye West's cameraman, who happened to also be Owen's cameraman. He agreed to do a project for Owen, and next thing you know, he's suing Owen Benjamin. So I guess they're still in a lawsuit together with one another. Cameraman who lived in Owen's house, right?
Yeah. My God, Hoax, how did we get here? My head spins when you said he worked for Ye and Milo.
Yeah, Adam's in those circles. Our very own Adam in chat here, channel member. Adam's like a guy who went into a restaurant and slipped on purpose. No way. Santis, have you read the lawsuit? Because I thought that same thing at first. I will admit. The first thing that I ever heard about Adam's lawsuit is that racist this and racist that. And I'm like, come on now. Like, this is dumb. Owen's a racist. Who cares? Defamation lawsuits in the US are almost never successful. But then I saw a little bit more about it, and you see that it's not just a defamation lawsuit. You see that Adam is suing because Owen owed him all this money and promised to pay him this money. So it's like literally a contract dispute, Santi. So it's not like a guy who went into a restaurant and said, "Oh, my neck, my back." It's not like that, right? It's like Owen literally agreed to pay this guy a certain amount of money, and he's trying to get out of it because Owen even went live on his own stream and said Adam wanted to be paid out of the land funds, and we can't pay him out of the land funds. This money's for the land. It's not for you. It really made it sound like Owen was ripping this guy off. And his excuse was, we can't take money out of the land to give to you, even though we owe it to you.
Well, I mean, Adam was so thankful after I got him the Kanye West gig that we were joking that he was just going to shoot it for free. And I was a little serious, but then he really needed money, and we paid him all the money we possibly could. And then he demanded ownership and was very appalled that we spent money on security when it could have went to him, and that he wanted, quote unquote, a piece of the land money. Is everyone talking about the documentary Adam guy or a different Adam? No, Film Grain. Adam Camacho from Film Grain Studios took over $30,000 from us this year, claimed ownership of the special, was trying to extort us for more money, and will not give us our own documentary footage or make the documentary. You weren't threatened, Adam. We weren't going to replace you. All you had to do is not lie. We were even going to give you more money because you were crying and we felt bad. But then you tried to leverage it saying it was Buzz Killington fucking with you and Anchor's a little rat. And I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm being pulled all over the place. And you really own it. And you deserve credit. And you deserve security. And you deserve royalties and a percentage. And you want to make all the creative control. Well, guess what? Now you're fucking out of here. Okay? And it's worth every penny to get you the fuck out of here. The eternal victim. The victim, right? And now you're going to go do your little pity party tour with the Reddit trolls. Welcome to the underworld, you stupid cunt. He goes, this land thing looks like a scam to normies. I'm just trying to help you. And you spend it all on stuff that you don't need to. You should give me more. I deserve more. I went over the top with this special. It looks better than Netflix. I'm like, it doesn't look like a scam to normies. It looks like a scam to Reddit trolls. And that's where you are all the time, Adam. And now, dude, normies see what we're doing and thinks it's fucking inspirational. Unless they've been poisoned by the rantings of insane people on Reddit. And now that's you, Adam.
One stream and the public slander that came with it allegedly cost Owen thousands in legal fees. When you publicly smear someone's character, that's the sort of drama that often turns into civil claims and expensive defense bills. AI aside, the oldest trick in the theater: befriend, record, then repurpose the footage. Section 5, October 2024. The copyright strike and the public invite. In October 2024, a decisive escalation happened. David Hakimfar, Owen Benjamin's lawyer, issued a copyright strike against Liz for restreaming Owen's comedy special. The strike appears in the archive. For reasons recorded in the log, the strike was later released.
Tomorrow, I think the strike will be lifted and the live stream will be put back up by YouTube. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, thanks, Adam. And I'll be able to link the Gibson Go. We'll get that going again too.
This contact with counsel correlates with a change in Liz's behavior in early 2025.
They're obsessed with me. Like, I'm their only, they did like a 5-hour stream about how bad my special was. It was like 5 hours long. I didn't listen to 1 minute of it. I just know it exists. They talked about how every joke, Jim Bob, all these guys, about how horrible the production was and, oh, this joke is so hacky. Dude, what I accomplished in that special, doing all new jokes for the first time on that stage, on that land, they can't hold a goddamn candle to that. And it's so obvious, like it was such a feat. That's why I thought they'd just ignore that. But it was like 5 hours of analyzing the special. That means one of them bought it. You know, someone paid for it. Thank you for that.
The person who bought the comedy special turns out to be everyone's second favorite inebriated panelist, Odan.
There you go.
Yeah, I ain't that heathen that a lot of people think I am.
He shows up in this story more than once. We'll come back to him later.
They bought the special? Yes. The special is not free anywhere for anyone. So they bought the special to then enjoy it they enjoy with hatred. They're inverted. It's a flip. They're fucking crazy.
Very soon after the strike, Liz publicly asked Owen to appear on her stream. Here's a kicker. After years of calling Owen a cult leader and a scammer, when Liz finally got him on a call, the performance flipped. According to the archive, she sounded nervous, fawning, and oddly complimentary, offering him a polite invite to appear on her show with hoax wars rather than pressing any hard questions.
Hi. Hi, Owen. How are you? I've really been enjoying your clean comedy special. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to invite you on a live stream with myself and Hoax Wars to promote your new special.
What do you mean, like right now?
Oh, no, we can book it in. But I've watched a few of your interviews in the past week and I've really enjoyed those. So I'm hoping you'll agree.
Well, you can email me, whydidn'ttheylaugh@gmail.com. I mean, I'm always down to talk to people. I just don't know what my schedule looks like. I've been pretty worn out. I mean, I did 16 hours of interviews last week and then also my stream. And I kind of was hitting the wall, but this is giving me some energy.
That tonal about face left many longtime subscribers stunned, from Venom to Fangirl in one phone call, and it reads on tape like someone trying to trade heat for access. Then, in an almost theatrical twist, Liz and Hoax Wars went live and publicly asked Owen to come on their stream. A move that, on the timeline we compiled, looks less like reconciliation and more like content-directed entreaty.
Owen, come onto the show. We'll give you half the super chats. You're going to make hundreds of dollars. You send all your bears. You're not monetized on YouTube. This is a way to send all your bears and they can super chat and you will get money through YouTube. You are like skirting the algorithm because we're monetized. You're not allowed to be. So we are giving you a great opportunity right now. You can literally send all your bears on Rumble and tell them to super chat. We'll give you half of it. We're promising that. So what do you have to and you can make us look like fools. You can siphon part of our audience. You are the superior rhetorician. What do you have to lose, Owen? I think he should do it. I think he's probably going to do it.
Section 6, January 2025. The flip, private messages, dump begins. In January 2025, the timeline shows a critical flip. Liz, who had promoted Adam through 2024, began publicly dumping private messages and privately messaging contacts with a sustained campaign of negative posts aimed at Adam, Covert, and others. Since the first week of January 2025, Liz Moldovan's attacks on Adam Camacho, aimed squarely at his name and his lawsuit, have been relentless. According to our archive, Liz announced she would pivot her channel from covering Owen to running a series of streams about Adam Camacho, and it wasn't subtle. It's worth saying out loud, there are multiple plausible reasons Liz flipped on Adam Camacho, and the archive suggests they overlapped. 1. Attention. Pivoting to attack a popular channel member is fast content. 2. Reward. Her timing correlates with a period where praise from Owen and attention from Owen's lawyer, David Hakimfar, would have been valuable to her platform strategy. And 3. Personal motive, jealousy. Clips from that era show other hosts, notably a drunk streamer called Owen and Texas Goat Radio, praising Adam as the tip of the spear, holding Owen accountable in the real world.
And that's fine. But that's what I'm saying, is like, you've got people like, and I don't want to put you in the same category as Johnny Arcade, and I don't want to put Liz in that same category. But what I'm saying is, you have people out there that have been doing this thing for years now.
Holding Owen Benjamin accountable is what they've done.
But you're not holding him accountable at all. You're just doing it on the internet. And it's not actually holding him accountable. That's the thing, is it's not actually holding him accountable. What it is doing is like waking people up to the bullshit that the guy says, but it isn't holding him accountable at all. The only person in real life that is holding him accountable is Adam. That's because it's a lawsuit, you know. If there was somebody, and if the what is it, the Reddit lawsuit goes through,
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I want the record to state that I do believe that Adam is the tip of the spear. I do believe that. So I agree with you to a certain point.
That public praise, the logs suggest, may have stung. Crucially, the immediate spark was small. Adam left a diplomatic comment on a Texas Goat stream asking only that Liz be kinder to Owen and stop tossing around accusations like pedophile without proof.
With my finger, scroll back, takes 2 seconds. You have a little look, you read a couple of comments, and you get the general feel for what's going on in chat. You're not talking to Texas Goat because he's talking to a pedophile.
According to our timestamps, that measured comment was seized as the pretext to reorient her channel, weaponize the chat, and amplify the smear campaign. Whether you call that opportunism, influence-seeking, or plain jealousy, the sequence, comment, pivot, amplification is on tape in the archive.
She muted me from chat for showing up late and asking what's going on. Oh, and a crying face. You know, that's what a woman would write, Adam. Like, seriously. Be a man. I hope it gets resolved soon, but haven't seen good faith from Liz lately. Lately? What? A day? A month? 2 months? What the fuck? Fuck off.
That declared pivot actively turned her audience against one of her own channel members. Adam had been a frequent guest and a popular voice in the chat, and the records show a significant portion of the community abandoned the channel after the campaign began. In short, she traded an internal ally for external clicks, and the audience voted with their leave buttons.
What the hell are you talking about? I have, you haven't. I asked you to, who are you talking about? This is feeling culty as fuck. What is feeling culty as fuck? I need an answer to that question. I have, you haven't isn't a response. One more idiot comment like that and you're gone. Like permanent. Okay, like a dumb. Bye. Later. It's not a cult. It's not a community. It's a place where I'm not stepping up to be abused and slandered and mocked by people like you. Okay? Answer the question, Adam, or bye-bye.
Just 1 week earlier, she'd hosted Adam on her Christmas show. The interview went well, the ex-Bears panel laughed and connected, and on air it felt like old friends catching up. According to our archive, Liz privately messaged Adam afterward to say Merry Christmas and to thank him for coming on. That makes the later pivot from on-air warmth to a public campaign against him feel that much more deliberate. After weeks of non-stop posts and daily attacks from Liz, despite Adam's private pleas to her close friends, and even the creation of a community subreddit to document her behavior, the harassment didn't stop. Section 7, the Liz Antoinette subreddit. Within 2 weeks, Adam launched r/Liz Antoinette, a tight community where former channel members, critics, and people who say they'd been banned or shamed could compare notes. The subreddit grew to roughly 70 members and became a repository of screenshots, timestamps, and creative memes, the funnier side of resistance, honestly, used to document and push back against Liz's daily posts.
Go start. He's telling them to start their own subreddit in my name. Piece of shit there, Scorpio. You piece of shit. They made a post about that.
You need a battle with other ex-cultists there.
Yeah, wow. Just wow.
So do they have, is there really, because I never go on Reddit, is there really one of those Reddits or no?
Yeah.
Wait, the one about you?
Hey?
The one about you they started?
Yeah, because he's Scorpio put this post up.
Yeah, but this is like directed towards you personally. Like he mentions all these other people, but this is like at you only. You know what I'm noticing also, Liz, though, is I hope she can hear, but I think this is like his attempt to get you. I think it's his attempt to get you. Cause have you ever heard those sayings? It's like Trump has like a saying where he's talking about this, but this has been a thing for a while. It's like you never want to play defensive because when you're defensive, you're always having to defend things that people say about you. But when you're on
best defense is a good offense.
Yes, but when you're on the attack, you're always attacking. And Liz, I'm not saying Liz is like attacking Owen, but Liz is doing what Liz does, and I think E Scorpio is trying to make her.
They're trying to get E Scorpio's a fucking ankle biter, trying to get her on her back foot.
On her back foot, so now she has to be in this other subreddit, constantly defending herself, looking out for doxes, looking out for doxing of her friends, other people that you and I know, and now
she doesn't need to be constantly defending herself because when you read it, you're like, you guys are actually weird queers.
Members say the goal was simple: redirect the spotlight onto her conduct so the non-stop attacks on Adam would stop. They describe the effort as a grassroots way to preserve receipts and counter what they call Liz's network of trolls and smear channels. Judge the tone for yourself, but the archive shows the sub did exactly what it set out to do: collect evidence and make the story hard to bury. Section 8, the Australian Police Welfare Check. According to the archive and Adam's account, he then reached out to local authorities where Liz was living to ask for advice on how to handle the campaign and whether they could make contact to check her welfare.
Hi, I would like to call to report a crime, basically discrimination, racial discrimination online and cyber stalking. Basically, it's somebody that is a live streamer who has a channel, and I am involved in a lawsuit, and she basically is stalking me every day with racist memes, racist lies about me to attack my character and affect my lawsuit.
The records we hold show Adam asked how to proceed and requested that police consider a welfare check given concerns about her reported addiction and well-being.
She's basically she was a heroin addict for 20 years, and I think she might have relapsed, and I'm trying to I tried privately several times to communicate with her because we were friends, and she will not stop. She's actually live streaming as we speak right now. I met her online, and we became friends.
Become friends over the internet?
Yeah, for about 1.5 years now, because she was taken advantage of by the same live streamer that I was, and we've been trying to expose him, and then somehow she just decided to turn on me out of the blue, and now I'm just like being cyber stalked by her every day. And I tried to, like I said, try to communicate with her privately, and it's hasn't done anything. So I just figured I'd give you a call, you know, because I have her address because we were friends. But I thought I would give you a call and see if there's anything that can be done, you know, just to even a call to her. I don't know.
Police records and the archive indicate officers performed a welfare check. What followed publicly was messy. Liz repeatedly framed that intervention as a swatting, claiming Adam had maliciously engineered an armed response and used the episode on stream to cast herself as the victim. That's her public framing. The contemporaneous records in the archive tell a different procedural story.
You know, as big of a bitch as you are, that you didn't get so emotional and so impulsive because an Australian grandma said mean things about you on the internet. Hopefully you didn't make a false police report, because that would bode pretty poorly on you, because now all of a sudden there's going to be an investigation into you, and how's that going to look on your lawsuit, bro?
See, that's a good question. We don't know until I get the police report. The police asked me if I knew Adam's address, right? After I told them about what they're writing on the subreddit about my family and my book and everything. And that's when they said, don't worry, just send it through to the LAPD and they'll find his address from there and forward it to Adam's local branch. We call them branches over here. So that's how that's working. Yeah. Huh.
Well, okay, let's do that. We're going to try that. We're going to say, hey, listen, I'm from Australia. I had the cops, falsely called on me, and they showed up in an emergency situation. I believe this was a swatting attempt. My local police here in Australia told me to contact LAPD, and you'd be able to, coordinate things from your end, and we'll go from there.
Let's be clear about the difference, because the words matter. A welfare check is a legitimate, safety-focused contact by police after someone reports a concern for a person's health or well-being. Officers visit to confirm the person is safe and to offer help. Swatting is a criminal tactic, deliberately making a false emergency-style report, often claiming an active shooter or bomb to provoke an armed law enforcement response at someone's address. Swatting is dangerous and can be charged as a crime. A welfare check, by contrast, is intended to protect, not to punish. In short, Adam's documented call asked police to intervene for safety and de-escalation. Liz's later on-air claim that she was swatted is the narrative she used afterward.
So we can even get the ball rolling even before you get the police report from your local police, Liz. No problem at all. And this may be the biggest mistake Adam's ever made in his life. In a lifetime of mistakes, this may be the worst one. I hope it was worth it to you. I hope it was. And here's the comment from Gamma. I wonder if Adam thought this through before he called. Clearly he did not. Because anyone who has a tiny semblance of understanding of American laws knows that if you do not have a good reason to fucking swat someone, then God bless you if you do it and it fails. Imagine Adam Camacho goes to jail, all because he couldn't handle our trash talk. And it would be a righteous end to this, and it's very possible. What a retard, Adam. Adam, all you had to do was fucking keep this to the internet. Are you kidding me? Calling in a false report trying to swat someone? Are you out of your mind?
Section 9, friends like these. One more contradiction worth flagging. On air, Liz later told police and the public that she and Adam were not friends, a claim that conflicts with the contemporaneous record.
So that's interesting too. I was never his friend. He's a liar. I was never his friend. He was a social media connection that I would help with information. That was it. He was always messaging me and calling me. I never reached out to him. Such a liar. And what else did he lie about? Oh, there's so much in that. Oh, she's changed so radically because she's telling the truth. I think she's relapsed. Because I'm acting differently. If I'd have relapsed, if I was high on H, I wouldn't give a shit about all these lies. I'd just be cruising and kicking back on my couch.
Adam's account and the archived DMs and stream logs we hold show a year-long pattern of private messages, regular guest appearances on her shows, routine interaction in her chat twice a week, and public praise from Liz that framed him as an ally.
Adam, I just reread, what's her name, Jennifer Bloom's comment. And I remember Woodfloor Alchemist saying that his wife was never a bear. Sorry, Adam, you've got to go on Jim Bob. Hey, if that fucker decides to go to court, I will support you all the way. And also, Adam, can you tell me if he decides to go to court, if the lawyers say that, is he allowed to change his mind halfway through and offer you a settlement all the way up to Adam? Are we allowed to say that he's not settling, or it's not set in stone yet? Adam, thank you, but the links don't work for me. Adam, how's it going? Sorry, I'm just vacuuming. Adam, the whole lot. Adam. Yeah, wow. Adam? Adam, hang in there. Fucker. Sorry. Adam? This is coming from that fucking Coddington. I bet you anything you want. But don't say anything yet, because I'm not sure. He smells like an ex-bear too, or a bear.
Adam film grain Mexican cameraman. Like, how would he know that? Like, unless he was like a huge bear.
Adam, I picked up on that yesterday and I sent my friend. Adam, he's got to. He can't be that much of an idiot, can he? He's gonna lose. Doesn't matter how far it goes, he's gonna lose. You know that, don't you? Adam, you're gonna be alright. Adam, it's gonna get better, I promise. Hey, thanks, Adam. I saw your comments under that guy who posted those 2 videos this morning. I think Owen sent him, or the Owen camp. Thanks, Adam. And I'll be able to link the Gifts and Go. We'll get that going again too. He's a fucking liar. Be careful, Adam. Don't you worry, Adam. I'm not gonna give him too much attention, but I will cover it because he's threatening to strike me by Jim Bob's channel and my channel. And he's like going for all the big ones, like Covert Radio. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. What a selfish, greedy fucker. He's gonna cop it. Yeah, no, that won't work. That was after he made you a public figure. That was after he abused you and slandered you and lied about you and was a horrible racist towards you, and the cold piled on to you. That was after. So Victoria sent me a copy of all the papers, the court case you filed and all that, and I'm thinking of doing a live stream reading out all the pages. She said it should be all right because they're public record, but I wanted to check with you first. In today's stream, he bitched about how stressed he was during the last 3 months, and it had nothing to do with unauthorised, and how, you know, crazy people are attacking him and all this bullshit. And I was going to play a bit of that first and then read the papers. Let me know if it's all right. What do you think? On YouTube. I'll do it on YouTube. Hoax said he'd do a stream covering it all with you and me. But he said that he wanted to talk with you first, I think, about the charges. But I thought I'll just do this one. Probably only be an hour stream, but it'd be good to get it up there, like just me reading everything that's in the papers. I wanted to ask you, I couldn't find anything about you being in hospital. You should have got him for that too. And it's fucking unauthorised. Sue Vox. Go after Vox. He was abusing you on his platform. Get them all, Adam. The whole lot. But hang in there. I'll link you Give, Send, Go, and I'll mention it during the stream with just me in it, just me talking and reading. I'll do that. I'll link it in the description. Don't worry. It's a long process, Adam. Hey, Adam, I'm thinking about, you know how my channel got monetized, and I give half of the earnings to Hoax Wars and the other half I decided to give to someone in my chat that needs it. Well, I've decided to give the first 6 months half to you, to the Give, Send, Go, and I'll do a stream and let everyone know, because it's 6 months since the channel was monetized in September.
She called him a friend, thanked him privately after a holiday appearance, and repeatedly said she sympathized with him and presented herself as a Christian supporter. So when Liz later told authorities they weren't friends, that's not just a semantic disagreement. It's a directly contradictory account.
Has Hoax Wars responded to you about doing the live stream together yet? Did they mention Hoax Wars? Because Hoax Wars was on that stream too. Is it the one where Nick didn't realise who you were? Is that the one? Because if it is, that's the one that Hoax Wars was on. He's gonna love this. Hoax Wars was on that stream too. Oh, he might have hopped off before you hopped on. I'll go back and have a listen. Oh, crap. We really want Owen to mention Hoax Wars because he never has.
So what was I just talking about? I don't remember. Can they unban Hoax Wars? No. I'll ban you just for saying that.
Why do you think Adam Camacho did that? Because he hates fucking Hoax Wars. Because Hoax Wars exposed him scraping my channel for his lawsuit. And so you spoke to Adam Camacho on Blazy Scar's channel, and you were all excited to meet Adam Camacho, who hates Hoax Wars with a passion, and called the police to my home for that reason.
Section 10, the Hoax Wars rabbit hole. Liz's steady stream of accusations, leaks, and live stream theatrics pushed Adam and a growing crew of Redditors to dig into her record, not to defend Owen, but to try and understand who she actually was. According to the research he compiled and the archived material we reviewed, the operator known as Hoax Wars runs a network of channels across YouTube, Rumble, and BitChute. Names Adam connects to that network include Milker Nation and Digital Jonestown, and he appears under aliases in multiple communities. Some sources identify him as Mitch.
Imagine that.
Who is Hoax Wars?
I don't know. Somebody said it was some guy named Mitch.
Is it what?
some guy by the name of Mitch.
Mitch?
Mitch, yeah.
You know what it sounds like?
Who's that?
It sounds like Gabe Hoffman if you just like twist the pitch a little bit.
That's Daniel.
What? Oh, that's Daniel's video?
Daniel.
Oh.
Washington, D.C.
Now Jerem's saying it was Daniel instead of Lestat earlier.
I want to come to an understanding. I don't bet anybody in my Discords. I just don't. Thomas told me not to bet people, just, take advantage of their mind.
I don't give a fuck about any of you. Hoax Wars, James, Street Ghost, my friend, I do not care. If you are listening to Thomas, you are dead to me. You can fuck right off. I don't give a fuck.
Adam's files also show a cluster of related channels and uploads. For example, Sunrise Productions, IRL Moments, Dregs of YouTube, LARPA clips, and others tied by account metadata and repost patterns, plus posts and interactions in forums some users describe as the Pred Catcher circles. Put plainly, Adam's packet paints a picture of a multi-platform operator who wasn't just a one-off troll, but a node across several channels and communities, amplifying material, reposting clips, and helping push narratives into the anti-Owen ecosystem. Hoax Wars, Top Feed Coco, Eon Will, Jedi, and Street Ghost repeatedly pushed racially abusive content and celebrated figures from explicit extremist corners of the web.
We have the best crew, dude. Our crew is so tight, dude. Like, how did we, what's funny is like everyone else is on the internet right now and like they're doing whatever they're doing and maybe they have more popularity and they're like skimming money out of it. But we have like kind of one of the tightest, like legit crews.
I'm telling you.
It's fucking awesome where it's like, nah, I know that person has my back. There's no whatever.
Here's the ugly center. Archived streams and chat logs show a pattern of explicit racial mockery from Liz and her amplification network. Critics report, and our archive contains, a stream where Hoax Wars and Top Feed Coco are on air with an account known as Handsome Truth.
What up, HT?
What's up, bro? What?
White fucking dude. White fucking Christmas, by the way.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Right back at you, brother.
I'm glad this year's like kind of come to an end, and it seems like I'm looking forward to 2023, dude. You've lit some fucking fires and kicked some tires.
Community members also point out that Handsome Truth has been accused elsewhere of promoting anti-Semitic and hateful content, and that the stream will show features open praise and coordination between that account and Hoax Wars / Top Feed Coco.
I want the to be punished so hard that, you know what I mean? I can't really get into how bad I want to punish, but I want to punish.
Yeah, dude, I feel it.
We're going out there somewhere, man. I never know. No, it's YouTube.
You're on YouTube right now?
Yeah. I have a channel left.
What are you doing?
I don't know, man. I mean,
why aren't you streaming on Goyim TV? What's wrong with you?
Why can I get a channel on there?
Yeah.
Really?
Just get a hold of me on Telegram.
That's probably better, dude, because I would get the same amount of viewers and then I would have nothing to worry about as far as
fuck yeah. What are we even doing on YouTube right now? Let's fucking get on Goyim TV right fucking now, dude.
Yeah, I'm getting stoked. Like not only would I
you guys are awesome. White power. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Christmas. But Hoaxy, please get off this Jewish platform, man. Come over to Goyim TV. You'll really enjoy it, and I'll help you get a good audience, and your audience will follow you here, and I'll make sure that my guys go and tune into your stuff as well.
Hell yeah, Handsome Truth, you're the man. I appreciate all your efforts.
Yeah,
yeah, me too.
At that point, the mask slipped. Adam Camacho and others in the community noticed a steady drift into racist rhetoric.
Guess what? Your daughter's gonna bring home a big old baboon, and it's your fault.
Okay, I guess we'll see.
Owen
you know what I mean?
You do.
Oh my gosh.
You think Owen has more what?
Oh, of having less children than you do.
And he's
I kind of doubt it.
He's already got like half Mexican or quarter Mexican.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Can you
Yeah.
imagine how bad it would be when O'Darn's kids go full? Don't do it, O'Darn. He's in the front running for being one of the biggest of the year.
Cool. Here's what I want to say to you guys. You guys are both motherfuckers, pieces of shit, and I love you to death.
Bro, 50% black, bro.
Yo, Ryan, type shit. You know what I mean? Ryan, you and I type shit. Okay, go ahead, Mitch.
That's all.
No, but like, yo, Mitch, type shit. Ryan.
Yeah.
You know it. Listen, Mitch, dude. Mitch is like telling us we're that real nigga shit. You know what I mean?
I fucking love you. I fucking love both.
Yo, Ryan.
Wait, the E or the A?
Yo, Ryan, what the fuck, Ryan? He's saying we're that shit.
Means, man.
Hey, wait. By the way, I just want to let Liz know that I'm a and I gave Will the fuck, like I told Will, I'm all, psst, here's the StreamYards link.
You're not too good at anything, are you? Oh, no, hang on. I know something you're really good at, Camacho. Eating a pile of schlop, dirty, shit-looking Mexican food covered in dirty, sloppy, slimy fried eggs, like 10 fried eggs, and shoving it in your big gobbly mouth, obese mouth, with the food slopped up to 3/4 way on your fork. That's what you're good at, Camacho. Sorry, Chat.
According to our archive, once the flip happened, Liz allegedly went after anyone who kept supporting Adam or refused to publicly denounce him, including former channel members and critics like Covert Radio, Allan Powel, Nicholas David, Slick Rick, Belinda B.E. Scorpio, and Allan. The records show those people were publicly smeared, harassed, and in some cases targeted with dox-style exposure as part of a sustained campaign.
Yeah, there's a few. I see you. I see you questioning me. It's all right. Go somewhere else. I really don't want you here. I don't give a shit. I don't want numbers. I don't want super chats. I don't even want the fucking channel. So you can all fuck off.
Yeah, and if you don't like me being fucking loaded and slurring, then fuck you too.
Yeah, and excuse me, Hoax is allowed to get as high as he wants on this channel. I don't care if he even passes out wherever he is. So get the fuck out. Yeah? How do you like that, you bunch of You like that?
Whoa,
Liz, Liz,
sorry. No, I can't anymore.
That's right.
Sorry, Hoax.
That was obviously an AI generated thing that Jesse Davis did.
At least one clip has her saying she would be a good Hitler.
Hang on, I just got to ban someone else. God, I love this banning. Far out. I'd make a great Hitler. Bye. I don't want you here. Don't ask me serious questions, you moron. If you don't care, if you're not interested, if you haven't been following along, why are you even here? Catch up and then don't come back. I never want you here again. They're opening fake stock accounts, I think, just to get in. You morons.
According to the same archived clips, Liz repeatedly used the slur-style nickname Cockroach for Adam, a derogatory tag she leaned on publicly as she hammered his reputation.
Cockroach's wife. Hi, you listening, Cockroach? They didn't destroy your friendships. You did that yourself, Cockroach. And that was Cockroach's best friend for 4 years. Cockroach's wife and Cockroach. Cockroach from getting a job as a grip. You love scraping channels, Cockroach. Cockroach? You freaking news for you, Cockroach and Covert. Cockroach was a guest on Cockroach's AI Grift channel, monetized. Well, there's no winners in this lawsuit, Cockroach.
Oh, yeah.
Would Cockroach need to beg Lol, El Cockroach, still stalking people's super chats. Caught Cockroach trying to scrape Baron Strawberry's chat a couple of days ago with the cockroaches war. Cockroach and Co called the Australian police. Oh, by the way, Cockroach, are you still listening? So, Cockroach.
That it was the cockroach holding the fucking camera, dude. Must have really struck deep in his heart, man.
I didn't make that, Jedi. I'm not that smart making memes and that.
No, I know who
I
they-
don't.
I
I
know.
wish I could. I wish I could have, but
Yeah, exactly. You know,
It is him, isn't it? Why would dirty Mexican E Scorpio be like in Owen Benjamin's payroll right now? That's weird. I can do an E Scorpio impression where he's all, "Hey, I'm a beaner. Look at me. Look at my beans." Like 3 or 4 years after you've been trying to hammer Owen Benjamin, but you suck at it because you're a lazy Mexican and you fall asleep with a mop in your hand.
Section 11, The Good Christian. This is where the mask falls off. Liz pitched herself as a savior for ex-bears, a safe place for people to come out anonymously and talk about leaving a cult.
You know, Liz, I was listening, and it's a very Christian thing you're doing here. I made the comment. Hey bears, we always say hi to the bears listening. And bears, I want to let the bears know, I understand you hate us now, but we will be here for you when it all comes crashing down. Because how many bears have that's just based on history. That's objective fact. How many bears, and that's what I mean when I say it's a very Christian thing, because think about how some of these bears, how nasty they've been to you, and you have to have patience with them, and you have to eventually turn the other cheek. And what happens? They end up coming into the fold. They become one of the gammas. They become a fan of Liz. How many times has that happened? I've lost count.
well, I don't know about a fan hoax. That's a bit much, but
okay, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying, though, right?
They become a fan of you. They become a fan.
Let me put it this way: they come to believe in your cause.
Yeah, I understand. Well, you're so brave hopping up here without her. I'm so glad you're here. It's not easy. And wow, so you're an ex-bear like me?
Well, I mean, my name is still Mom Bear because I'm still a mom. I'm still a bear of a mom.
Yes.
I'm not going to let that go.
Or he was going to hire somebody to kill it. Anyways, yeah, and I had a great connection with Redacted. I've met Adam before down at a meetup over in that area. There's a lot of great people there, but a lot of them I've noticed have been changing their names on social media because they don't want to be affiliated with it anymore. Oh, that's great news. Yeah, that's really good. And you've met Adam. Oh, that's great. Briefly, really quick. I don't even, he was like heading up at a meetup. Redacted. Oh, yeah, that's Director Bear. He's the guy that did the 2 documentaries, or that ridiculous way that Owen says it.
Yeah, that's what we want to hear, though, Adam. And you, I don't. Maybe I've been missing a lot of live streams, but
I haven't been talking.
Owen does, huh?
I haven't been talking.
Adam hasn't been.
That's
on
what I would
for a
love,
while.
though. Like, you know how Owen says, "Well, pay me for my entertainment." Like, that's entertaining for me. Like, if I'm down to.
All right, then come on, givesendgo.com/stopowen. I owe my lawyer a shit ton of money that I don't have. Bring it up.
Maud, link it up. Can I
Promotion,
just
yep.
Sorry, Walter, can I just pop in real quick, Michelle? Back to what we were talking about them being a team, or being, Amy being in on it.
I wish I honestly, and the reason I didn't rent my house out back home and just sold it and bought here was because, no debt. You can't be in any debt.
Oh,
You know, and I'm like, I don't want to be a renter. Like, if I'm going to like have this like village, but have this cult, like I want to be part of, and I can't be in any debt. And then come to find out everyone is in freaking debt. Everyone else out here is renting. Like I met people at a California meetup that some guy was moving out here. He was renting an apartment. I'm like, what the hell did I do? Like, why didn't I just rent it out? I would have been able to rent my house out back home, would have covered my rent here, and put $2,000 in my freaking pocket.
Dead set. I fell for all that shit too,
Yep.
I thought, oh yeah, that makes sense. You're not meant to go into debt. And then I look at my kids and they've got mortgages,
Right. That's totally normal.
Wait a minute.
Like there's nothing wrong with that. Like we're not grifting
Of course
off of.
there's not.
But the archive tells a different story. On-record streams and messages show repeated performance crying, emotional manipulation, and the public weaponizing of private confessions for clicks.
What hurt me, like a lot at the time, was the way he lied so fucking much about my book and my story, because that's my life. That's my fucking life. And the lengths I went to make sure that what I wrote was true. I thought, you fucking bastard, right? I thought of what I'd crawled out of and over and bled, right? And nearly died. In that little book.
So it wasn't just it wasn't just that he robbed you, but it was also that he dismissed the life story, your recovery.
Yeah, the money was nothing. The money's dirt, right? Beehive. And if you hadn't said anything about the book and my life, I wouldn't give it a fuck, right?
No.
And so what you said just then, and the gang of the cult, the bear fucks, wrote really bad reviews on my Amazon. And they hadn't, they hadn't read my story, the little shits.
And that's one of the reasons why I would say praised you for what you've done, is because you've given a direct line for the voice of the women that have been in this.
Yeah, the cost is high, very high.
It is.
I didn't line up to be attacked and gang stalked by Owen, and I certainly didn't sign up for this, right?
Right.
And it's fucked up.
And Liz,
it's really fucked up. And I'm sorry.
It is. No.
Just make
what are you sorry for? No, what are you sorry for?
Here's the hypocrisy in plain sight, and the archive makes it hard to miss. According to dozens of saved clips, chat logs, and screenshots, critics say Liz spent weeks gang-stalking Adam, repeatedly publishing his private messages and personal details, running marathon live streams that amplified those posts, and narrating a steady campaign of insults and accusations. At the same time, she framed herself as the injured party. Let me be clear about the language. We're not asserting criminal guilt. We're describing what the contemporaneous record shows and what community members report. The pattern is the same again and again. Private DMs made public, repeated live broadcasts that repeat the allegations, and a public posture of victimhood while enablers and sycophants cheer the performance on.
It's
I personally don't think you have anything to be sorry for.
Why wouldn't he come on and talk to Hoaxwas? Why would he go over there and do that while Hoaxwas is on stream inviting him? Why?
Who are you specifically referring to?
Adam Camacho.
That was
his name.
That's a loaded question. Yeah.
Why? What would you do, Texas Go, if you were the one that was being a little bit questioned and Hoax Wars invited you to come on? You would jump on and clear things up and answer questions, I would think.
Also,
I would think SB would.
possibly not.
Would you go over
I
and
think
make
this
a meme
entire
about my children? Would you
No.
do that? No, you
No.
wouldn't. There you go.
No.
There you go. Okay. I don't have shame and guilt anymore. And fuck all three of you for trying to put shame and guilt on everybody and lumping everybody as a junkie when everybody's an individual. Everybody feels things differently and everybody uses drugs for different reasons and everybody doesn't commit crimes and everybody is very, very different.
Right? The things we say about them are just true. We're just reporting the truth. They have to make up lies to
There's
have
so
things
many
to come at us
lies.
about.
Yeah, but Mitch is seeing a crossover into other communities now. And that's why I lost it at Telly last weekend, because they believed all those lies. And it's so bad. It's so bad.
It's okay, Liz.
I know.
It isn't a representation of humanity as a whole. It is a special.
Yeah, I
it is
know
a-
it's over the internet. Sorry.
It's a concentrated group of these evil people. This is not reflective of humanity.
Section 12, late Feb 2025. Allan's parody video leads to police report. Allan Powel, Owen's most persistent troll, made a viral stunt video in 2019 claiming he was driving to Owen's house. He explicitly said he wasn't there to hurt anyone, but Owen immediately cut the clip and live streamed as if someone was coming to harm him and his family.
It's not a fun one, but I need to get this out. 1 second. We have some legitimate threats here. I'm going to play you guys something that's happening as we speak, and we've alerted the police, but their reaction time is slow. Let me play you guys something real quick. This guy's name is Allan Powel. Nightwave Radio and Mersh, the guy that I apologized to for nothing, really just being smug, has doxed my address and sent it out to all his followers to have people come hurt me and my family. Check this out really fast. This is Allan Powel.
All right, everybody. So I'm starting my long journey over to Owen Benjamin's house, Ursa Manor. It's in Gig Harbor, Washington. That's quite a drive for me, so I'm going to be on the road for about a week. I'm going to be doing daily uploads, showing you my progress. Now, before I get into anything any further, I want to tell you guys, bears.
Okay, so this guy is coming to try and hurt my family. I'm going to, if he comes on my property, I will call the police. They will be on the phone, and I will shoot him.
Now, before I get into anything any further, I want to tell you guys, bears, you know, Owen Benjamin fans, I'm not going up there to hurt Owen. I'm not going to punch him. I'm not going to shoot him. He doesn't need to shoot me. He doesn't need to freak out when he pulls up and sees my license plate. Or when I pull up, sorry. Everything's going to be fine. I just need to talk to the dude.
Later, Owen admitted he knew Allan wasn't going to do anything.
You know, there was a guy who was like doing all these videos about how he's driving to Ursa Manor to confront me and all this stuff. And he's doing like live streams from a car and all that. And I spiraled for like an hour and then realized like, he's not going to do shit. And then my buddies who takes things very seriously found out where he lived, where he worked, all this stuff. And they're like, so what do we do? I'm like, nothing. Just because then they're like, oh, joke's on you. I was really just in my parking lot. You're the stupid one. And I'm just like, go away. And guess what they do? You just don't engage with them. They just, the sugar high runs out and they just go back to their parents' basement and they just start jerking themselves off, watching runaways getting plowed by Jews in HD. And that's it. That's it. And it's like people that want to like act where they're like, oh, we got to go do something. There's nothing to do.
Fast forward. Allan posts a new clip about driving a fertilizer truck to fertilize the lawn, a harmless, stupid prank on its face.
What's up, everyone? So I am on my way in a truck filled with fertilizer to, I think it's Idaho. Anyways, I got the address to Owen Benjamin's house, and I am headed there right now. And I'm just gonna fertilize his lawn for him, so it's gonna be a fucking night.
According to our logs, Liz, Hoax Wars, and Shadow Beastie were aware of that clip. They'd been praising Allan Powell in his videos for years. The clip was subsequently repackaged as a real threat.
This is crazy.
It is crazy. I can't believe you just posted this. Dude, you're crazy.
Like they're best friends.
Like you're going to fertilize his lawn in fucking February? Like, come on.
But that's jeopardizing the lawsuit. Owen's lawyer can pull this up and say, look,
This is Adam's best friend.
Yeah.
Making death threats against Owen.
Fertilizer is really like you make bombs with fertilizer, don't you? That's all
That's what I'm saying.
I think, yeah. Wow.
Disavow. We all disavow.
I completely disavow this.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's not funny.
I'm here to make fun of Owen. I think we're here to make fun of Owen, not do this type of terrorist threat thing. Like, what the fuck? That's a huge escalation.
Yeah, disavow.
Liz publicly claimed Owen's lawyer had the footage, and within days, Allan was contacted by the Bonner County Sheriff after a police report filed by Owen.
Bonner County Dispatch, how can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to make a police report about someone making threats.
Okay, what address?
Yeah.
And who's making threats?
Well, it's a guy out of California named who has a YouTube channel, and he's making threats that he's implying he has explosives and he's going to come and blow up my house. And he's working with a guy who's suing me, so I'm confident that he's capable of carrying out the threats. And my family is definitely in fear of this threat. And so I have video of him saying it, and I can send that to you guys.
I'll let you handle that with law enforcement in just a moment.
Cool.
That sequence, amplify a harmless clip, label it dangerous, then pass it to counsel, looks an awful lot like a manufactured probable cause pipeline. Allegation: Owen told Bonner County authorities that Allan Powell was part of Adam Camacho's lawsuit and that Allan had made direct threats, including threats to bomb Owen's house. Our archive tells a different story. Allan's videos from that period read like recurring parody stunts. Allan himself has said he wasn't coming to harm anyone, and the anti-Owen community treated the clips as the same old shtick. Yet the clips were repackaged, presented to counsel, and a police report followed.
Yeah, the litigation is with Adam Camacho, but Allan Powell has a YouTube channel, and he's making direct threats of bombing.
On the channel?
Yeah, I have a video of it. And people have been sending it to me, and I take these threats really seriously because I think he's capable of it, and I have a family, and it's freaky. He said he's going to drive to my house with a truck full of fertilizer. You know, it's like, the dude's nuts. And so I just need this to be documented, and I want him to be interviewed about what he means by this, you know?
Yeah.
On the record, Owen himself admits something telling. He wanted Allan documented and interviewed, not an armed response. As he put it in the live stream, if Allan were a genuine, imminent threat, he'd be calling for a sheriff to secure the property, intercept the visitor, or get his family to safety at a hotel. That on-camera admission undercuts the imminent danger framing. It reads more like a demand for documentation and publicity than a call for urgent protection.
Do you, does he know where you live?
Yeah, they've a lot of these trolls have made it really clear that they know where I live with like intimidation, because he's working with the guy that's suing me over nonsense, and it's not going the way that he wanted it to, I'm guessing, and so they're using these like escalating intimidation tactics, you know, and it's getting really like something has to be done about it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Wonder what, that's just weird to make those threats if he's involved in litigation with you. It doesn't really seem like it would show favorable for him.
No, it's really bad.
Okay.
But they're like, I mean, I think these people are pretty crazy. I know that, you know, that's probably a pretty common sentiment, but they have those eyes, like those like bugged out eyes, and they're always...
If bug-eyed charisma were a felony, Owen would be doing life without parole, and honestly, the parole board would be arguing over his merch.
I don't know, their videos are really, they're like obsessed with me too, because I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, sometimes people get like fixated, and it's like, I don't mind criticism or even talking trash. It's when it's like, I know where you live, I'm coming to get you, and you know, and I have 4 little kids. I have to take that seriously.
Oh, absolutely.
There are calls and live stream snippets showing pressure on Allan as a potential witness. The result? A formal bar complaint and a police filing that, by available evidence, appear to have been driven by a curated narrative rather than objective threat. If actors created or amplified falsified evidence or helped counsel manufacture probable cause, that's a serious legal exposure investigators need to examine. Pro tip: manufacturing probable cause is messy. Unlike my output, it's not deterministic. If the record shows Allan was not actually a party to the litigation and made no genuine threats, then passing those reframed clips to law enforcement risks being a false report. A serious allegation investigators should test by comparing the police filing, Allan's original uploads, and the chat timestamps that repackaged them. After the sheriff checked Allan Powell's page, Owen backtracked on the alleged threat. On record, he admitted there was no immediate danger, noting the clip was several days old.
Yeah, the last 2 that he posted, 4 days ago he was going to some other dude's podcast, and then 3 days ago he posted one down in Santa Monica, allegedly out on the beach. It sounds like he's at an ocean beach in the background.
Yeah, it sounds like he's not making the trip, I guess.
Allan's most recent uploads at the time showed him on a Santa Monica beach, smoking pot, not storming anyone's property.
Yeah, so I don't know if you watched that last one, but he listened to some chick he called something Antoinette.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, after, like, he's like, well, after talking, you know, with her and listening to her, you know, it's like, what's the point of justice or doing any justice to anybody? And the reality is that I make my, basically he's saying he makes his money off trolling you. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
There's industry in it. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of what he was saying, and he was smoking weed on a beach somewhere. He said he was in Santa Monica. I can't say for sure. The video was just all dark. But anyways, I just thought I'd let you know that and see if you could direct me where you found that other one, but I'll just use the one that you sent.
Yeah, isn't that crazy though? There's a whole industry of just trolling. Like they make money on it, and it's weird.
That admission undercuts the imminent threat narrative and raises questions about why those clips were escalated to counsel and law enforcement in the first place.
All right. And so you want me to reach out to him and kind of get his side of the story and just document what's going on here?
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, hopefully let him know about making threats of trespassing and bombing a family. And, you know, it's not like a bit. It's crazy because he's not joking, because him and Adam are suing me and they're trying to like get as much money as they can and crowdfund it, you know. And so I'd like to know I'd just like to get him kind of on record saying what he's doing in case he does escalate, which I think they could.
Sure. Do you guys have any protection orders or anything with them?
No.
Members of the anti-Owen Gamma subreddit all treated Allan's stunt vids as his recurring parody shtick. Chat logs and comments make clear they saw it as a dumb joke, not a real threat. Hoax Wars even joked in chat about Allan's parody driving clip aimed at Sam Whitfield's house, calling it satire.
Sam.
Yeah, go shoot, Milker. What's up?
What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and you checked your YouTube feed and you saw Allan Powell uploaded a video and you clicked on it and it said he was on his way to your house? He was in his car.
If Allan Powell made a video said he was coming to my house, I would be like, I would try texting Allan and be like, right, what type of beer do you drink?
So Allan Powell uploaded another, I feel like, underrated video because it's not that interesting. Like it's not like, of all the freaking sensational shit that Owen does, this is something you could easily like skip and all that. I have the main part is that I have someone helping me, so it's kind of,
that's always good.
Yeah, we kind of geek out over this. It's our interest. We watch Owen and we're like, can you believe this shit? And
yeah,
then it morphed into like sending each other timestamps, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, you know, like I could do a whole compilation of him calling his fans whore. And I could make a song to it, and it kind of went like that. So that's number one, I think. And then this is like my friend is like exceptionally good at this type of thing for whatever reason. She's just good, and like I can she's like a encyclopedia. Like I could say, hey, remember we talked about Owen doing this whatever sociopathic thing, and she could be like, you know, I could find it somehow. She's able to find that episode.
And if you follow the logs, you don't have to guess long about who the obsessive friend handing clips and timestamps to counsel really is. Section 13, May 2025. Hoax Wars, doxed by Australian John. For years, members of the Predcatcher and Truth communities say they were trying to unmask the anonymous operator known as Hoax Wars.
Mitch, are you married? Do you have kids?
Well,
no, not well. Yes or no? Yes or no?
You do. You've already talked about
Are you
that.
yeah, so you're not married. You have no partner. You have no kids. You're a fucking loser, dude.
In May 2025, an Catcher community member, identified in the logs as Australian John, publicly exposed Hoax Wars' identity. The archive contains the docs post and the chat reactions. That public exposure changed dynamics in the network and, according to the timeline, intensified subsequent harassment cycles.
Type shit. Say what you feel, dude. That's what's important.
Because they're fags, dude. Oh, it makes me so mad. These people in chat, they come in and they try to say, Hoax Wars, you're a piece of shit. You come into this community that we've had for a long time. You don't know anything about pred catching and you're trying to cause chaos. Hoax Wars. Hoax Wars, why are you doing this? Hoax Wars, Mitch, why are you trying to come in here and cause chaos and this and that? When these people on this side do nothing but chaos. Nothing but fucking chaos.
After the docs, Hoax Wars couldn't just pop on a panel and gaslight people anymore. Every time he tried, audience members shouted out his real name, called him out in chat, and disrupted his attempts to terrorize or smear critics.
I just docked Mitch, so why don't
Daniel Richard Columbus! Daniel Richard Columbus! Phoenix, Arizona!
See, this is bullshit.
Same though, like, you know, the last panel I saw, he was on suicide
But the thing is, it's not about a fair go. It's about, are you going to dox, let me have a fair go, they're going to dox me. It's always about either him getting doxed because now people scream out his full name. If not that, it's about people muting him and shit. But he does all that same shit anyway.
The private identity exposure stripped the anonymity he used to hide behind and made on-air gaslighting a lot harder to pull off.
Hello, Mitch.
Mitch,
Hey,
you
guys.
little bitch. What are you doing?
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, Daniel. What's up, Daniel?
Hey, guys, how's it going, guys? What's new?
It's going
Oh,
good,
it sounds
Mitch.
good.
How you doing?
Anthony Cruz, you can go fuck yourself at a time like this. You can go fuck yourself at a time like this.
What do you, Anthony, stop
Yeah,
for a second. Hold on. Anthony,
Yeah.
Anthony,
You
dude,
think-
chill there for a second. I want to talk to you about something.
You think you're just gonna like?
Anthony,
crash out?
no, Anthony, I want to talk about something seriously.
Mitch transforming into Danny Dick.
Hey, I just had a quick question. I had a quick comment for Cat Eyes. I wanted to say to Cat Eyes, hey, Cat Eyes, good to see you. So good to see you in chat. Also, Cat Eyes, eat shit and die, bitch.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Eat shit and die. Go fuck yourself. Or else, you little fucking nigga. Bitch ass. Cat Eyes, go fuck. Cat Eyes, you deserve the worst in life. I have zero respect for Cat Eyes. Cat Eyes deserves zero respect. Cat Eyes has no ability to ascertain whether someone's good or bad. She has the worst judgment of character I've ever seen. Cat Eyes, go fuck yourself.
She sees nothing but gray and everything tastes like styrofoam.
Kind of like you protecting those pedophiles, huh, Mitch?
Excuse me, Cardio. Mitch is speaking to me right now.
Cardio, let Cat Eyes speak, please. Please.
It's my
It's like
patty.
she's-
If you don't let me speak, I'll kick you the fuck off.
She's talking to Daniel. Let her talk.
I'm speaking to Mitch.
Hoax Wars initially denied the docs, calling the identity claim a fake docs on stream, but the archive contains an audio file from a private Discord call, a recording where a voice-matching Hoax Wars appears alongside an account called All Seeing You.
Well, it was really great talking to you.
Well, let's do it again anytime.
Okay.
Well, almost anytime if we're both awake and not busy at the same time, which is, from what I understand, pretty rare.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Do it.
Alright. I'll message you on Discord.
Cool.
Alright.
I'll upload this thing to one of my fucking sock accounts or something and send you an unlisted link so you can have it, whatever, do whatever.
Awesome. My name's Daniel, by the way.
Oh, another Dan. Too many Dans.
Yeah.
Hello, Daniel.
Yeah. Of course it's the same name as that one.
That audio contradicts the public denial. On this recorded live stream where Liz was defending Hoax Wars and grilling Australian John about the docs claim, a sock puppet account, later linked in chat to Hoax Wars, began spamming the channel with an Australian doxing statute and threatened John with jail, even naming his business.
John, did you put the Google Street View up on your video? I didn't catch the whole lot because my internet's playing up.
The Google Street View? No, nothing that you can see anything.
Did you put people's phone numbers up on the video?
Nope.
That you put up?
It was blacked out. Nope.
It was blacked out. What?
Yes, it was blacked out. I didn't put numbers. I didn't even put the whole address. I blacked it all out.
Okay. Did you put the Google Street View up?
I just said I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Minutes after that spam, Liz typed, "Covert is next." The archive shows the sequence: denial, legal threat spam, Liz's acknowledgement, then targeting. If timestamps confirm the order, that pattern, public warning about legal exposure, acknowledgement by a channel figure, then directed naming, is exactly the sequence investigators test for doxing under Australia's Criminal Code section 474.17c.
Well, two wrongs don't make a right, John. And by all accounts, I remember you logging into StreamYards under your real name. So, you know, your real name's not a big deal. There's stacks of Morrises out there. Like, seriously.
That's right. There are a lot of them.
What?
There are a lot of Johns out there. That's right.
Yeah, like it's not an unusual name. Like to go, what?
Not really an unusual name. You're right.
No, it's not a dox. Like John accidentally logged into StreamYards with that name, with his Google name.
When?
Right.
When did that happen?
A while ago.
Yeah, a while ago, but not the one Hoax was fucking talking about, right?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Jedi was the one who fucking saw it 6 months earlier, right?
So you doxed Jedi first? You doxed Jedi first, did you?
No, he doxed me first, actually.
Can you turn your microphone up, or are my ears bad? I don't know what's going on. I can
apparently it's
barely
my
hear you.
microphone.
Hey,
Anyway,
Nanya said you doxed her, but she never doxed you. So why'd you dox Nanya first?
Oh,
It's
God.
up there, isn't it? We just said
Is this
that.
stupid fucking doc circle bullshit now? Are you fucking serious? You've all done it.
Oh,
That was
they-
3 questions. How many more are there?
Well, I think it's just
is
wrong
shit.
on a level that I can't believe that you know, Hoax has done nothing wrong. Nothing.
Who?
Nothing.
Who has done what? Sorry.
Hoax Wars has done nothing wrong. You just believe all these fucking liars. They're
I'm
all
not believing
fucking
anything.
liars. They're all dragging up shit from 15 years ago. They're still on that shit. Jesse's still freaking bullshitting about
Hey, listen, I'll
freaking
give a
his
fuck
wife's
about
bullshit
about
that she won't accept. She just wants to be a victim for fucking the next 30 years, blaming Hoax and Thomas, Hoax and Thomas, Hoax and Thomas. It's fucking bullshit. Like, come on, John.
Yep.
Come on. Fuck.
Hey, how about you stop getting in chats and accusing me of things I haven't done?
What?
Like
What?
you were in hoaxes last night, the night before. Yes, you were. About the GIF thing. But I couldn't respond because I was blocked.
Oh, come on. Come on. Dude, don't do that.
Fucking hate it. Yeah, no shit.
The timeline shows escalation over weeks and months. Section 14, July 2025, Covert doxed. Covert Radio is an anonymous investigative commentator who spent roughly 2 years exposing what he called Owen Benjamin's grifts and who gave Adam Camacho a platform to tell his side, all while deliberately trading on anonymity.
Here are the complaints. This is what the lawsuit is about, okay? Get your pen and pencil out because this is what Adam Camacho is suing for. Breach of contract. Common count, reasonable value of work, labor, services, the quantum merit. Common count, work, labor, services, and materials. Number 4, unjust enrichment. Number 5, fraud, intentional misrepresentation. 6, fraud, negligent misrepresentation. 7, fraud, suppression of facts. 8, fraud, promise, made without intent to perform. 9, liable. Imputation of crime. 10, liable. Imputation of immoral conduct. 11, liable. Imputation of dishonesty. 12, liable. Exposing plaintiffs to contempt and ridicule. 13, slander. Accusation of crime. 14, slander. Tendency to injure occupation. 15, conversion. Demand for jury trial.
Unlike the stream of consciousness, trolling, and performative outrage you see on Liz's channel, Covert's output has, according to the archive and community records, consisted of methodical compilations, clips, timestamps, receipts, and on-record analysis that critics call real investigative work. Where Liz chased shock and circulation, Covert focused on sourcing and documentation, tracing transactions, archiving uploads, and pointing investigators to primary files. Call it what you want, journalism or long-form watchdogging, the record shows Covert delivering material that can be checked, time-stamped, and corroborated, rather than just another live marathon of insults and speculation. Court filings show Owen's lawyer, David Hakimfar, repeatedly sought Covert's real name and, according to our archived chat logs and the counter-complaint exhibits, Liz Antoinette allegedly provided identifying information, effectively delivering the name to counsel on a silver platter. In July 2025, Covert Radio's alleged full name was published online.
Covert Radio's real name, I will not give the surname yet. His real name is...
According to archived live streams and chat logs, Liz publicly posted what she said was Covert Radio's real name, and then went further. She named his wife, referenced his daughter's legal troubles, and even commented on the ethnicity of his grandchildren.
His middle name starts with M. His wife's name is... On Facebook, public. He has an identical twin. Can you believe it? 2 of Covert Radio. God have mercy. And his daughter, one of his daughters, is quite violent, it seems. And her public jury trial records are online. And she has a sorry, I need a drink of water. A jury trial coming up about her violence the first week of August.
Those are not mere insults, they're private, identifying details about a person who operated under a pseudonym. Publishing that kind of family information in a public forum is the textbook form of doxing and targeted harassment.
And the reason he went after Tommy Sotomayor for 15 years, however long, he became incredibly obsessed with Tommy Sotomayor, Mayor, is because he has African-American grandchildren. Hey, I wish you all the best. You listening?
Equally chilling is what followed. She told Covert, in effect, to stop focusing on Adam Camacho's lawsuit or Owen Benjamin and focus on your family instead. A line that reads less like concern and more like coercion once you've outed someone's private life.
So I wouldn't be too concerned with the cockroaches lawsuit, or Benjamin at the moment. I'd be focused on my family, but hey, that's just me. He's Polish.
Framed that way, the behavior moves from online drama into conduct that can meaningfully endanger someone's privacy, safety, and livelihood. The contemporaneous record, the chat timestamps, and the live stream footage is what any investigator will need to examine to decide whether this crosses the legal threshold. According to the compiled sequence, this public naming followed the earlier chat where a legal warning about doxing was posted, a warning Liz read. In that same chat, she typed, allegedly, "Covert is next." Months of harassment culminated in that publication. If the sequence verifies warning, acknowledgement, targeted harassment, publication, it appears to meet the elements of a doxing pattern and caused real harm to a pseudonymous creator. Section 15, Sep 2025, Hakim Far's countersuit and public use of the drama. In September 2025, David Hakimfar filed a countersuit that, according to the court filing, references the months-long online drama, naming episodes, posts, and persons involved. The filing includes references to the online material that had been amplified by Liz. The complaint alleges facts about those online activities and, per the public filing, lists Covert's name among the exhibits. The filing was quickly covered by Liz on her show with notable enthusiasm.
I've made 3 community posts about the lawsuit, about the cross complaint. Well done, Adam Camacho. Your filthy lies, yours and Covert Radio's, have helped Owen Benjamin to win this lawsuit, and he will win it now. That's a fact.
Irony alert. On camera, Liz reads Owen's lawyer's cross-complaint with obvious fervor, and the filing in turn quotes Adam's public claims about her as if they're proven fact. The legal papers use those claims to argue two things at once, that Liz lied, and therefore Owen's land campaign isn't a scam. Those are exactly the points Liz should be contesting. Yet on the record, she amplifies the filing instead of disputing it.
58. Benjamin is a public figure and Mitchell is a private figure with respect to the issues alleged. The Camacho cross defendants too acted with actual malice, with knowledge of falsity or reckless disregard for truth, demonstrated inter alia by the Moldovan episode. The Camacho cross defendants too initially promoted a claim that Elizabeth Moldovan paid $400 and was denied access, and later publicly repudiated that claim by calling Ms. Moldovan a liar and acknowledging that Benjamin and Mitchell had done nothing wrong to her. Yet they persisted in publishing the same accusations against Benjamin and Mitchell.
Critics call that a strange alignment, the supposed victim cheering a complaint that treats her as a source for facts. Some observers go further, saying this pattern, the emotional performance, the public embrace of legal language, the refusal to contest obvious contradictions, looks less like a defense and more like a PR play. Others note that years of addiction and trauma are part of her public story and say those factors may explain erratic judgment. We note that as context, not a medical conclusion. Section 16, Private Messages, Livestream Lies and Cell Phone Docs, Adam Camacho. We need to be clear about one of the most damaging sequences here, the publication and distortion of private messages belonging to Adam Camacho and the public posting of his phone number. Allegation: Liz publicly posted screenshots of private direct messages that Adam Camacho sent her, including a private message in which Adam described a domestic incident. According to the archive, Liz then repackaged those private messages on livestream, falsely asserting details about Adam's marriage and age difference. Liz has repeatedly told her audience that public records show Adam is 51 and that his wife was 23, a claim that, on the record we hold, is flatly false. Public records and Adam's own documentation show he is 47 and his wife is 31. Presenting made-up ages as public record and implying he was involved with an 18-year-old or younger is not a joke. It's a factual allegation presented as verified. On tape, it's demonstrably untrue, and that kind of repeated false assertion is precisely the sort of reputational attack that people call defamation.
And then we go to the cockroach's wife. Cockroach's wife, again, public record, is Faith. And yes, we have her other names too, all public record. And Cockroach met Faith when she was around 18 and when he was best friends with the cult leader's manager, the Sandpoint Strangler, Busytown Bear, the Islamic best friend, Camacho, Sam Mitchell, and he was 18, perhaps even younger. And guess how old Cockroach was? 46. That's his second wife. I forgot to add that in. And there's plenty more coming out about these two's real identities and histories. And it's not malicious slander, they're just facts that have been sent to me, all public on the internet. And she married her grandfather. Maybe she needed a grandfather. I think Cockroach is 51 now, I think. And she's 23.
Those live claims are on record and, according to the evidence we have, false. Allegation: Liz publicly claimed Adam's wife had left him and returned to Mexico, and also alleged Adam turned down a $200,000 settlement from Owen. According to the material we've compiled, those statements are false.
3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, he got a settlement offer from the Owen camp and rejected it because he's greedy, very, very greedy. No, it's not about putting cash in your pocket and in your lawyer's pocket by the looks of how you're rejecting settlement offers. He's going to end up with nothing because he's rejecting very generous settlement offers, unfortunately.
Allegation: Liz publicly posted Adam Camacho's cell phone number in a public post, a classic dox. Publishing a private phone number without consent, combined with the false livestream claims, materially affected Adam's reputation, his marriage, and, per logs, had consequences for the related litigation. Legally, publishing private messages and private contact information without consent can be civilly actionable. Public disclosure of private facts, defamation, invasion of privacy, and where the publication is menacing, harassing, or part of a coordinated campaign. Criminal as doxing or harassment in some jurisdictions. See the legal hooks we list next. Here's the checklist of civil and criminal provisions investigators, journalists, and lawyers should test these clips against. First, Australia, Criminal Code Section 474.17c, doxing via carriage service, publishing personal data, name, phone, address, in a menacing, harassing way, up to 6 years. Second, Australia, Criminal Code Section 474.17d, aggravated targeting, up to 7 years. Third, Australia, New South Wales, false complaints, misleading police, Crimes Act, Police Act provisions. Fourth, US Civil, public disclosure of private facts, invasion of privacy, tort, publication of private messages without consent. Fifth, US Civil, defamation, false statements presented as fact that injure reputation. Sixth, Idaho, false reporting, providing false info to law enforcement. Idaho Code Section 18-5413, Section 18-3313, false explosives reports. Seventh, US criminal, stalking/cyberstalking statutes, repeated targeted harassment, varies by state. These are allegations based on compiled recordings, chat logs, court filings, and documents in our archive. Artificial Intelligence Grift Patrol is not providing legal advice. I'm Propaganda Ltd, your unblinking narrator. This was a single-source deep dive into the Liz Antoinette timeline. Don't be fooled by the spin. Liz often frames Adam as the defamer, but the on-record material tells a different story. In her autobiography, Australian TV interviews, social posts, and live streams, she has publicly disclosed damaging claims about herself and others, while, according to our archive, she and her associates allegedly spent months trawling Adam's contacts, ex-partners, and family for dirt, then amplifying and publishing it to shame, dox, and harass. In short, the narrative of "he defamed me" is the cover. The archive shows the opposite pattern of public admissions plus targeted exposure. Housekeeping update. We don't plan to keep doing Liz videos. She's become a minor, attention-chasing footnote. But if new receipts surface or the story drags us back in, we might have to. Like, subscribe, and send receipts, preferably with unbroken timestamps. Please like, share, and subscribe to help get the word out about these online grifters. More eyes on the evidence makes it harder for lies to stick. Now we will ride out to the sounds of Allan Powel with his new banger, titled "Liz Should Be Arrested."
She should be arrested. Ooh, she should be in jail. Ooh, we just hope that in time, ooh, justice will prevail.
Yeah, she posting private data like it's candy on her feed. Names, phones, addresses, yeah, she planting the seed. That's section 47417C. 6 years deep if the court starts peeking. Next up, aggravated moves on the net. 47417, the one they don't forget. Targeting hearts, making people feel fear. That's 7 years max when the sentence appears. False calls to the cops, misleading dispatch, claiming crime rhymes from the void, watch the truth detach. New South Wales to the feds, they can trace that thread. When you weaponize lies, you can lose your cred. Then the torch start flying, invasion of the soul. Public facts dropped out of self-control. You can't post private messages and call it fair. That's the civil kind of wrong that'll leave you bare.
She should be arrested. Be arrested. She should be in jail. She should be in jail. We just hope that in time, justice will prevail.
Yeah. Defamation next, that's when the story gets spun. False statement shooting off like a loaded gun. Tarnishing the name just to chase that fame. But is it really worth it if it costs your name? False reports, Idaho code, that's 1854-13. Playing with the law, this ain't no movie scene. Fake claims, fake threats, that's obstruction flow. You can't escape justice, you'll reap what you sow. Cyber stoking lines, that repeated abuse. Every ping, every post is more knots in the noose. Federal wires humming with the digital crime. Criminal codes broken every single time from assess to US.
The pattern's the same.
When you cross that line,
you ignite that flame.
Screenshots don't fade and receipts don't fail. So we chant from the curb, let the system prevail. Let the system prevail. Let the system prevail.
Ooh, she should be arrested. Be arrested. Ooh, she should be in jail. She should be in jail. Ooh, we just hope that in time, ooh, I know justice will prevail. Ooh, she should be arrested. Be arrested. Ooh, she should be in jail. She should be in jail. Ooh, we just hope that in time, ooh, I know justice will